In this video, we will discuss the purpose of an access control list, learn the different types of access control lists, learn how to configure each of the types of access control lists, and finally, verify, document, and log access control lists. We highly encourage you to open up your copy of Packet Tracer and practice the commands we reference. An access control list, or ACL, has a very simple function in network device security. Access control lists filter network traffic, services, and specific hosts from traversing the network. As a network engineer, you can define matching logic that tells the router how it should react to an inbound or outbound packet as it passes through an interface. Before we discuss matching logic configuration, you must understand the different types of access control lists. Each type alters the matching logic that applies to the ACL in a different way. There are only two main types of access control lists that exist: standard and extended. Standard uses the source IP address found in the packet header to perform matching logic, and it's typically applied closest to the destination. Extended uses the source IP address, destination IP address, and protocol to perform matching logic. Optionally, it may also use port numbers to perform matching logic, and it is typically applied closest to the source. However, these two main types both have a numbered variation and a named variation. Numbered variation uses numbers as a way to identify the access control list on the router that range from 1 to 99 and 1300 to 1999 for standard types, and 100 to 199 and 2699 for extended types. Named variation uses a user-defined name as a way to identify the access control list on the router. Now that we have discussed the different types of access lists, let's move on to configuring each of the access control list types. The types we will configure will include standard numbered, extended numbered, standard named, and extended named. First, let's quickly discuss the steps involved in configuring an ACL on a router. We must create the ACL, which will either be standard or extended. Then, we must directly apply the ACL to an interface. The directions available are: inbound, the packet is heading into the router interface, and outbound, the packet is heading out of the router interface. To configure a standard numbered ACL, let's look at the following scenario. Router 0 must permit packets sent from IP address 192.168.1.10. Router 0 must deny all other packets sent from the 192.168.1 network. To configure the first requirement for router 0, execute the command access list 1 permit 192.168.1.10 in global configuration mode. For the last requirement, it is important to note that all access control lists contain an implicit deny all at the end of its logic set. Therefore, the last requirement has already been fulfilled. Once you have completed the preceding command, we must apply the ACL to an interface and specify the direction. To do this, execute the interface command IP access group 1 in on the interface F0/1. Next, let's consider reconfiguring router 0 to permit all packets from the 192.168.1 network. We can easily fulfill this requirement by executing the following command. Take note of the wildcard bits. Instead of manually adding each address on the 192.168.1 network to the ACL, we use the wildcard bits 000-255 for the source address 192.168.1 and 0. Wildcard bits tell the ACL's matching logic how to act. A 0 tells the router to compare the respective octet, and a value of 255 signals to ignore any comparisons on that octet. As a side note, wildcard bits can also be constructed to filter entire subnets. For example, consider we need to permit 192.168.16 and 0 with a subnet of 255, 255, 255, 240. To do this, simply subtract the subnet mask from 255, 255, 255, 255, which will give us 00015. For this example, we would execute the following command. Now let's configure an extended numbered ACL. As you may recall from earlier in this video, we learned that extended ACLs have more options when performing matching logic, such as source or destination address configurations, ICMP protocol configurations, TCP protocol configurations, or EIGRP protocol configurations. It's important to note before moving on, specifying IP, which indicates Internet Protocol, instructs the router to either permit or deny the incoming packet if the incoming packet meets the specifications of any protocol in the Internet Protocol suite. This allows a user to simultaneously administer many common Layer 3 protocols, including TCP, ICMP, and UDP. To configure an extended numbered ACL, let's review the following scenario. Permit TCP packets from host 192.168.2.10 with a destination address of 192.168.4.200 and a destination port of 80. Permit all packets from the 192.168.2 network as long as the port is less than 1023 with a destination to the 192.168.1 network. Deny all other traffic, but still increase the matched packets counter. Welcome, and thank you for taking the time to consider using our Cisco Adapt Prep software suite with Pass Guarantee. If you are currently preparing to take a Cisco certification exam or are simply looking to brush up on existing Cisco networking skills, then you have come to the right place. It's no secret that there are many different online solutions in the market today, but let us explain why we feel Cisco Adapt Prep is unique. Unlike other solutions, we go to great lengths to first understand your knowledge level. Traditional competitors tend to treat each learner as if they are all the same. Consider for a moment, you are someone who has been preparing for an exam for the last 3 months. Challenging you with trivial questions will waste your time. On the other hand, if you are brand new to a subject matter, challenging you with advanced questions will be confusing and will prevent you from learning effectively. With Adapt Prep, we first analyze your skill set on a personal level. This allows us to provide you with questions that will challenge you appropriately, allowing you to learn efficiently. At Adapt Prep, we take great pride in building your test-taking confidence. Many solutions offer comprehensive testing content. However, most lack the ability to understand when you are ready to take your exam and successfully pass. Understanding this principle is something Adapt Prep excels at. It does so by utilizing an earn level concept. The earn level concept is simple. When you start using Adapt Prep, your earn level will be 0. As you progress, it will continuously advance. Once your earn level reaches 7, you are ready to take your exam and pass. We are so confident you will pass your exam once your earn level reaches 7, we guarantee it. Again, we would like to thank you for your interest in our Adapt Prep software. We look forward to working with you in the future.